Hi, I'm Luka. Welcome to Croatia. Oleksii, welcome.
Welcome everyone. My name is Oleksii. It's Luka and it's his car, Dacia Spring EV. Yeah, so usually I just put my videos in Ukraine because I'm from Ukraine, but this video will be in English, so you can enjoy the video with English subtitles. What can you describe about this car? So why did you buy this car?
Yeah, my family is pretty large. We have 4 kids, my wife and I. We needed second car. We have, for instance, we have a BMW Grand Tourer. It's 2 Series, and we live in a small town near Zagreb, and we have big expenses for the gas, and we decided to buy a second car. We were just looking what to buy. When I was looking, first I was interested on hybrid cars. I saw that they're expensive, but it's not very effective when we usually drive in urban area, and we travel a lot in summer. But we needed the car for the rest of the year when we are here. We work in Zagreb.
Yeah.
We do 45 kilometers to work and to back home. Then I started to watch and study about electric cars. At first I was in love with Mocha A, Opel model. It was written in one German article that it's a 25,000 euro car, but when that car price came to Croatia, it was like around 34 after all fees and taxes. And I said, oh no, I don't want to spend such money for second car. So yeah. I was looking for used cars, and I was asking myself, okay, 4-5 years used car, electric batteries, what shape could be? It's a rabbit in the hat, I would tell. Or there will be a hat but no rabbit. Okay, and I decided to see everything what's on the market. We have every year in July, you have government supports to buy
electric cars, yeah.
To buy an electric car. It pay 40% of the value of cars. Around 10,000 euros, it's the top that you can have your money. And then I saw that car, it was around 20,000 euros here.
Oh, okay.
With the whole tax, with maximum on the road. And I was, okay, it was new and without that support. I got 8,700 euros support, and when I put that on paper, it was best buy for me.
It was like 13,000 or something like.
It was around 11 and 50.
11 and 50.
11 and 500.
Pretty good price.
Yeah, it's very good price. Almost like in native country Romania. I saw prices there. They are on that level. But here in Croatia we have kind of big taxes to buy a new car, and it's around 30% of the whole value of car.
So in case if you buy just a regular car with gasoline, you pay 30% more.
No, you have to pay the whole price.
Yes.
But the taxes are around 25-30% in the whole value of car, what you pay for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have these taxes for electric cars as well?
Yes, the same. It goes on value of car. But you don't have, we have CO2 emission tax. But it's zero. Then it dictates the lower price.
I get.
For BMW, for example, we paid 2,000 euros because it had 150 grams of that CO2 emission. Yeah, and you pay tax on that here. Yeah.
So you bought this car for 11-something thousands?
Yes, it's the final price.
Final price.
I've got the money cash back. You have to pay the whole price, and you got from the fund payout 8,000.
How long do you drive this car?
How long? We were driving it 2.5 months, and we got 5,200 kilometers. And the other reason why we decided to buy a car, because here in Croatia we have still we don't pay on some charging station. We don't pay anything. It's like it's kind of support for people to decide to buy electric car.
So it's your first electric car. What is your expectations? Did this car meet your
this car fulfill every expectation of which I had, even better, because you're very mobile. It's a small car, and you can use it in urban area very effectively. Only you have to watch just that battery doesn't die, and you're not to be close. But the area, Zagreb and my area, it's very good cover. We have a very good cover of charging stations.
You usually charge from this charging station? Not
yes, because I live in a flat. It's I plan to make charging station in my backyard, but I have to see with my neighbors. And it's kind of tricky because you have to pull the wirings, and you have to do such a paper to achieve that. So my expectations were fast transfer. Okay, it doesn't need to heat up when you're starting like a combustion engine cars, and maybe it's the range is a problem. Usually when it's warm, 15 degrees and warmer, it has 230 kilometers range. But when it's colder, it's around 170, 180, depends how it's cold.
So is it kind of only estimated range, or is it a real range? So did you manage to drive this 200 kilometers at good condition?
Usually it is. It's very truthful. It's written 200 and you drive around 200. It is by default on eco mode. If you drive in eco mode, everything is okay. The top speed is around 95, but you don't, in urban area, you usually drive max to 80 kilometers per hour. Most time I'm driving 50 to 60 kilometers per hour. It's 200. If you turn off the eco mode, if you drive faster, then it's rapidly going down. But when it's warmer, the range is, I think, if you put the heat a little bit higher, if you want to be very comfortable, okay, then range drops in front of your eyes. It doesn't drop like 20 in a second. It drops the whole time. But when you regulate such thing, you can count that it's very reliable data for you to know when you have to charge the car.
How frequently do you charge your car? So it's like once a week or something?
2 or 3 days, because we do many trips to Zagreb. We also, by our business, we have our own apartment. We have to accommodate guests. We felt that economically it felt better for us. We don't spend so much gas anymore, and that's the other reason why we decided also to take the car. Economic reason, because the oil prices are very high. Well, okay, now they're a bit lowering. But it saves us more money than we usually used to pay.
So in case of you, for 2.5 months drove for 5,000 kilometers, so it's about
we can easily say it's about 600 euros, 500, 600 euros for 2 months.
Pretty good save.
Yeah, I believe so.
So is it convenient to charge car on these public stations? So how much time do you spend on it?
It's around 3 hours. It depends. If it's colder, then 3.5 hours.
It's from AC, from this type 2?
It's AC only. But usually I'm charging it on a 20 when it's around 20%. So sometimes it's shorter charging. When it's end of the day, I put it to charge and do a walk, and in the morning I pick up him. So
I understand. So we put it on night, yeah.
Yeah. Usually at nights, and when the power is even cheaper.
I understand. So you put it on night and like pick up in the morning, and is this kind of no fee for like? There are fees if you leave it on the charging station where you pay charge. When on a free charging station, there are no fees for taking. But I put it at 11 o'clock at the evening, and no one charging car then. Yeah, I understand.
Maybe taxi driver or Glovo driver. I met sometimes there, but usually I put it very late and pick it very early. It's very good for me, for my shape. Now I walk in more than before.
One of the best things you can do for your health is take a walk.
So is it pretty far from your house?
No, around in 10 minutes I'm on
10 minutes. It's 10 minutes, pretty good walk.
Yeah. Good one, very good one.
In case if you want to go far, so will you check, will you get the other car or like this car?
Yeah, I decided that car is only for the city.
Okay.
Okay, it could be very, I don't know, we have very good covering also now highways, but I decided not to pull the devil on his tail.
Yeah.
But that is my decision, that car doesn't go outside of Zagreb and Zagreb area. Okay, it's new car. I expect that nothing happens, but I don't know if something dies on the road, how complicated it is to tow it and how complicated it could be to repair it. So I said I won't pull the devil on the tail. You
have official service for this car?
Yes, we have. It's in Croatia, Renault Group, Dacia Renault. It's where it's bought. We have very good covering for service, and it's very good that they gave me a guarantee of 8 years for batteries. But you'll see inside every screw is marked. You don't screw with the car. And I think everything is very correctly presented. So that car is around 5 years. You get guarantee for everything. Only 2 years you get on metal.
Mechanic stuff, yeah?
No, mechanic stuff for 5 years. But metal and color, paint,
okay.
Yeah.
I got it. When you buy this car like new from
store?
From store, yeah. What options can you pick up? So can you pick this fast charger? Can you pick?
Yeah, I had options, but I'll tell you small truth. Where I work, I have a charging station, and I decided not to pay 500 euros more because when I come to work, I have 8-hour work.
Yeah.
I don't need to fast charge a car, and that decision that I won't leave the city made me okay. I won't invest more money than I should for fast charging because I don't need it.
So fast charging is an option.
Yes, it has. It's you can pay more. But when I was picking the car, the lady said that the new models are coming with the fast charging option. You don't have only AC options at all, as this car is. There is no fast charging option because it was ordered in July or June. Car is originally, I think, from China. It's very similar model. Okay. You can cut out.
Yeah, probably. So there is a kind of similar car in China, like Renault.
It's Dongfeng EV1
and Renault Kaze.
Kaze. Yeah. No. Maybe a little bit different in front and in back, lights and the front mask, and it's not problem for me because they say the Chinese are #1 with EV vehicle.
I just thought that they have a kind of factory of this Dacia in Romania, so just
no. It said it and when I was picking it up, there were a few sheets inside and a few papers, and they're originally Chinese letters.
I got so. It's
And the lady where I was picking cars, she said also that the cars originally come from China, so they need more time for delivery.
In case if you are watching us from Ukraine and you want to buy this car, like a similar car, this Dacia Spring, you can buy also Renault Kazé. It's the same. The difference is only the charging port, because here's a normal European charging port, and in Kazé you have GBT port.
But I saw also on Alibaba they give discount if you buy 10 and more. It's around $7,000, and but I don't know if you try to import it. Could you put it on the road, because European Union, Croatia is in European Union, very strictly about the homologation and such stuff, because originally China models are, I think, they were not very equipped. So that car maybe came in November, but they were waiting something for seat belts what needed to be in European Union law frame. I don't know what. So I maybe waited 3 weeks more because that part were missing. So they replaced it, and then was car put on the road.
So when you bought this car, could you pick up the cover, or because I saw a lot of Dacia Springs and they just all look similar with gray cover and orange mirrors. So can
they were blue with the orange. They were we could pick I think 5 colors. Five colors were on the display. So I like the gray one because when it's dirty, you don't see that much it's dirty. And I like the gray usually, and that it fits up perfectly with that orange. And visually, when people see that car with no person around it, they have a feeling that car is much bigger than it is. So because it's a little pumped up and a little bit, and it has it looks that tires are bigger than when you approach it to see the car.
So you bought this car like a second car.
Yes.
Did it become your first car?
Yes. My wife was in love in that car at the moment, and only she drives it because it's ideal car for a woman person. So
because it's
I have to notice that I'm 40 years old. That's my first car I bought to myself, and my wife took it. Usually a woman says, what's yours is mine, what's mine is mine. So there is no exception with the car. So it's very suitable for her because it's not so big, and it has camera when you go in reverse mode. Very good car to buy your wife.
Does it have any parking sensor or only camera?
Only rear parking sensor and camera behind, front. It's not because usually you have very good feeling when because it's not so long in front.
Not a long hood.
And it's very good viewpoint of the whole situation around the car.
It's pretty typical situation when you buy some electric car, like a second car, and it becomes your first car.
Usually.
Every people that I'm talking about electric cars, they all have this situation.
It becomes true because we don't spend so much money. And when you don't spend much money on the gas, you have money for other things. So now we decided to put money aside, what we say not into buying gas, so we can travel even more. There are a few reasons why we made such decisions that to make our economy, family economy, stable.
Nice. Pretty good solution. Thumbs up and subscribe to channel. Have you think about buying a second electric car, like replacement for your gasoline car.
You mean when we sell BMW, we plan to buy a second electric car?
You can buy electric BMW. Like
Yeah, I know, i4, but we have BMW with 7 seats, so...
I got it.
But we also made a challenge. The whole family was driving in that car around 10 kilometers one way, another way, and it was not so unpleasant. It's a 4-seater. Okay, we are aware that we did not felony, but but it was in need. Okay, I forgot the main thing, because you don't have to go to mechanic or something every year or every 10,000 kilometers. That's the also main reason why we bought the car, and you can have such problems with the combustion engine cars, because you don't have to change oil. You only have to check oil in brakes. And it was said when I was on first registration, they said, okay, come, it's new car, you don't have to come 2 years. And when you come, we only test the brakes and the lights. There is no emission, there is no...
How frequently you should go to Renault to check the car? Each 2 years or each?
No, we have that checking station where you go to prolong your registration every year, and we have that mark on the window. When it's when police stops you, it sees is car allowed to be on the road, and you have to do it every year with every car, but you have many things on combustion engine cars that you have to check before they give you okay green light, you can drive it another year. So I think this car wouldn't have any problem with that. Okay, when you're a combustion engine car, they said, oh, it's too much CO2. There are not good things that happening in the motor, with the motor, and go to check that with your mechanic and then go back or such a thing.
Okay, so you said that it's 4-seaters, so it's kind of 4-seaters for adult seaters, or
no,
only
4-seaters at all. It has a small
adult seaters, or just
no, even kids. Even kids. If you have 3 kids and 2 adult person, only 2 kids and 2 adult, or it's not vice versa. It's not for 4-seater means that only 4 people can be in the car. But someone stops you.
Can 2 adults be on the rear?
Yes, I think. Is
it okay?
It was tested.
Okay, the space is okay for 4 people. I think even for 5 for knees. And here I am 170 something centimeters. And I'm okay also with it. So I think it's good car for sitting in adults. It's much more space than, for example, in Fiat 500, and comparable to Renault Zoe. So with all the small cars, so it's spacious.
It's not very comfortable, but it's for short range drivings, and it's okay. I was with my friends inside. There were 4 of us, and we are like elephants. When I sit, he sit, we were touching with the shoulder, but it's not so uncomfortable, so it's okay.
I understand. What about the luggage place? So
luggage place is very correct. It's you can do a shopping place every Saturday.
So it's okay for grocery store? For
grocery, yes, and it's okay for 4 or 5 bags.
Yeah, so luggage space is pretty okay. It's pretty comparable to Renault Zoe, maybe even more space than in Renault Zoe. Everything is manual like it should be in kind of cheap car, but the space is a lot of space, so you really can put a lot of stuff here. So, concrete.
There were 2 bags, it's now only 1.
Yeah, it's pretty nice car to just put some concrete here. You will not put concrete in expensive car.
No. Well, I don't have a problem to put anywhere, even if it was E8, but I need concrete profit, so so that's not a problem for me. Even that car would cost €1,000,000. Maybe in a Vera. I will put concrete. I need concrete. That car is for, but you won't carry concrete on foot. Yeah.
Okay, I got. Yeah. So
It's not so spacious, but everything you need, it's you can put it inside.
what about some infotainment systems? So do you have CarPlay, Apple CarPlay?
Yes, and I didn't. It has CarPlay. It has all informations about that. But I didn't realize how to connect it. Maybe you will help me.
Probably
Okay.
you need some cable.
Yeah, I have cable also, but I didn't catch. They said that there need to be one sign, then I can switch on CarPlay. It has one infotainment. It has a map, media. You can connect it and listen music, but the stereo is not ideal one. Okay.
It's not,
Yeah, it's
expensive car,
yeah.
so it is expected.
How much you pay, you have that kind of music, yeah. But it's okay, it's okay. Infotainment is very easy. This car is maybe not big, it's small car, but I think it's a big value for money. And okay, you can't expect for that much money such comfort and design, but this design also, it's very good that you don't have textile coverings for the seats. It's a leather foam, and it's very easy to clean it. When
Nice,
kids
nice.
with dirty shoes or something, it's very easy to clean it, because in our BMW it's very dirty. You can clean it as you wish. So this is also the second thing what is very good in that car. Yeah.
What about competitions? So when you just analyzed the market, when you choose this car, so what were competitions? Maybe Renault Zoya or some
okay, when I came at first to see the brochure and I wanted to make a test drive, the lady said, okay, you can't make test drive because every car we get, it goes immediately because people buying it like crazy. If you want car immediately, we can sell you Renault Twingo, full electric, but it was around €6,000 more expensive. Okay, I decided, okay, I'll wait. I don't need car immediately, so I don't want to pay that much more.
Yeah, I understand.
But when I was picking the car, lady said that the car were more expensive, €3,000 more expensive than I paid. Yes, because the prices are raging a little bit, and but it's still best buy, I think, because all other cars are also rapidly growing. If you decide to buy it, I think it's still the time for it, because you also have a good refund on that government support. Yeah,
I understand. You just bought this car because it's the cheapest one, the best value for money.
I said, okay, it's the cheapest one, but when I saw the electric cars in the whole EV section, I see that they have very good equipment. They're not like basic something you don't have to open the windows with your own bare hand. But everything in that car was, for me, like, wow, it's nice, it's great. I didn't expect any luxury or something. I was satisfied with what was offered. Well, maybe the funniest thing for me is when you start the engine, you have to put the key in and you have to turn it, and you're waiting for that sound of starting engine. But it's very funny. You get only green, okay. And okay, you can drive it. It means that you can start drive. It's very unusual. I still didn't get used to it, that I won't hear engine every time that's the funniest thing. Only that, because in all EVs you have start button or something, but it's I think romantic stuff. Maybe it's that older people are target for the production. So I don't know. It doesn't make me less worth because I have such a key.
Okay, let's go to see interior and have some test drive.
And then this is the gearbox. Here, it's neutral, reverse, and drive. When you put it in reverse, the camera turns on. It's very sophisticated for that kind of car, small car, but you have reverse camera.
Yeah.
It's very funny for me. Okay, it has few more options, like you can off ESP. It doesn't have a cruise speed. It has a limiter of speed. 70. You put it on 70, and it doesn't drive faster than 70.
Speed limiter, yeah.
Yeah, speed limiter, and you can turn off parking sensors. Infotainment is very nice. You have radio, medias, telephone. That's also correct, and map, navigation, and here it's all on Croatian. Maybe it's that. Maybe it could be a problem for you, but it's very nice. Chinese car, Croatian infotainment.
Yeah. Pretty good that they have localization, so
yeah,
you can drive in Croatian language, not in English language.
Yeah.
Yeah, so some test drive.
The handbrake.
Oh, I got it.
That's the old thing.
Yeah, the old thing that
I forgot to mention you.
It's okay. Just usually cars that I test drive just don't have it, so I didn't use.
But
it's currently we are on a bad road condition, but the car just behaved smoothly, so it's not hard, regardless that we are on bad road conditions. So
the camera is shaking.
Camera is shaking, yeah, but car behaves pretty smooth. Can you regulate the regeneration level of?
I can't describe. I don't see that the regeneration is so effective. I think it could be a 5% maybe of the whole 100% battery you get back. It's not so enhanced, I think.
Yeah. So it behaves like a ice car, like with regeneration, because regeneration is not hard. So
yeah, it's not
soft.
Yeah.
So in case if you want to switch from ice car to Dacia, so it would be a smooth transition, because you will not feel the very hard difference which you feel when you transit to cars with strong regeneration. Yeah, when you can drive it with one pedal or something. So here just you drive normally like a normal car. This speed up is good, so it speeds not very fast, but it's okay for city.
Okay.
And because car is small, it has a short angle to rotate, which is advantage for city. Okay, I have 10 kilometers per hour, and then speed up, and in eco mode it's kind of slowish. Let's try to turn off eco mode and repeat like from 55. It's faster, but not significantly faster.
Yeah.
So
I would say that it's 33 kilowatts motor. It's around 50 horsepower.
Yeah.
It's not so strong engine, so that performance it gives, I believe it's very good.
Yeah.
For such a low power engine.
In case if you compare, for example, with Fiat 500 or Renault Zoe, so those cars are faster. So they
yes, but they have stronger engines even.
Stronger engines, yeah. But in case if you buy a car for city,
yes, it's very comfortable for me because you don't use such a speed. It's 80 on outside roads and 50 on city roads. we have some bumpy places on our roads. They are not so perfect.
Yeah, but this car doesn't
feel that. Yeah.
Doesn't feel hard. So I can go on bumpy places, but it will be okay. It will not just.
You have to need to have in mind that it's a new car. It's not so. It's only 5,000, almost 200, and it's not. It still have good performance, but with year I think the parts will.
Probably. Yeah. So all the speedometers, all the stuff is okay. It looks nice. These fonts, so I like it. The quality material is cheap but okay. Not
fancy stuff.
Not fancy but usable. So personally, I think in case I need some city car for $11,000, it just worth it. It's really worth it. So it really feels like, in case if you switch from for example, Volkswagen Polo or from some.
Yes,
like
that's the most similar car to. I wanted to say that the trunk is very similar to Polo. It's not so small like a Fiat or Zoe. I saw the trunk of Zoe, but I'm very satisfied with the volume and space that it provides.
Yeah, so it doesn't feel tiny. So in case if you sit like a driver, you don't feel like you're a large person in a small car like a Gulliver.
Yeah.
There's no feelness like this.
Yeah, I needed the car to have in the city to get from A to B with efficient, fast, and not to spend very much money because there is a traffic jam or something. Then you spend hours and you burn more gas. You know, when you stop, that car doesn't. Spend any of its energy.
Yeah, because in the electric car.
Yes.
And ergonomically, it's very good designed. So what is the conclusion of this car? So do you recommend people to buy it?
Yes, totally. I think you don't have to be a trendsetter or something. I would be proud to film myself, but I don't have Instagram. And put that on Instagram because I'm very proud owner of that car. Okay, we have BMW, maybe someone will say, okay, buy E4, E8 or something, but for a second car, it's ideal car for family. And if you want to stick in the area where you live, you won't be sorry to buy such a thing. There are other options that you can buy on the market, but I think that car will fulfill everything you need in your area where you live. Zagreb is not big city, 1 million city. It's very good connected and you can be everywhere, but I don't know what happens when you live in a 5 million or 10 million people big city.
Frankfurt,
Yeah, or something. But I could tell that that car fulfilled every expectation I had and even more.
Nice.
More, yeah.
Good. Very thank you to meet me today and have your time.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm also happy that I could be in your show.
Don't forget to put thumbs up and subscribe on my channel. See you.